Hey Rocket League players, I hope you're doing well, and today we're going to be looking at 3 different levels of gameplay, starting with Champion 1, moving on to Champion 2, and lastly, Champion 3, where we'll see the differences between all 3 ranks. I hope you like it. Alright, Game 1. We're starting off with a 3v3 on Manfield Night. This is Champion 1 level, so the gameplay is going to look much slower than at the end of the video, and I'll also have a lot more critiques to make. That was a good flick to start off with. Blue with a pretty bad hit towards the back corner, stealing it from his own teammate, Predator, who could have hit the ball outwards. The blue player would rotates back in again, going up the wall and hitting it mid against his own team. Luckily, his teammate comes in and they pinch. Canadian with a very good setup for an air dribble, but poor speed to get up to it. Let's see what he sees here. It's a good pop-up, but he's not prepared for it. He doesn't double jump either. Slowly goes up, misses the ball. Wood goes up for it. He takes a little bit of time to reach the ball here. Boosting a little more would let you get to the ball quicker, have more momentum, and a flip reset like that could push the ball forward instead of just bouncing off of it. The ball goes up into the air with volume, and all 3 blue players double commit. Wood again, with poor positioning, comes in with no boost and jumps to bump the defender while rotating back. Very poor. He does make the save, however, because the other team can't capitalize on the triple commit. That was a good shot from the orange team. Volume fishes up. He misses the ball, which fakes out Wood. A very poor shot comes in from Canadian, who is sitting far too slow as second man. He has no momentum, and he's not prepared for any of this to occur. So he should be boosting for the ball now, full speed, jumping for this to try to beat Predator and Subaru, who are both going to probably double commit for this, being that they're champ 1s. Instead, he hesitates twice, Subaru bumps Predator out of the goal, and a poor shot comes in from Canadian. Above the crossbar. Let's see, Canadian attempts to get this boost. 2 players miss it, they circle around. Wood waits downfield and jumps up for a ball that Predator is clearly going for. Wood almost lacks game sense to the point where I wonder if they are Smurf just trying to get clips. However, their ball control is quite terrible as well. Alright, it goes off the backboard. Predator with an interesting clear, Subaru with an interesting miss. The orange team takes it up into the air. Again, Predator here is underneath adhesive, and he jumps with almost no boost in the tank to try to reach this. And Wood on the backboard does manage to get it, but that was a poor jump from Predator that honestly could have gone much more poor and ruined something for the team. A shot should come out there. If Volume Fish passes it mid like this, taking a quick shot is the easiest way to score this game so far, but this player misses, I think, almost the ball completely. Wood tries passing it out to a teammate. I think Wood is a little higher ranked, which is poor because their game sense would reflect otherwise. He goes for a double tap, misses, so he's definitely not above GC1. I'd say that was a good hit there. I think it looked like a pass from our angle, but if you go to Wood's view, yeah, he was trying to just shoot that quite selfishly again. Good, solid hit up. Another move where a player goes for the ball with no boost in the tank. I can really tell that Champion 1s, they're so focused on the ball that they don't know how much boost they have, and that's a huge thing. I would never have jumped for something like that and attempted to hit that mid. Good save there. Wood clears it up over the defenders actually. It's hit outwards. Predator traps it, hits it up into the air, gets it down, has no boost, takes it up the wall, too far out for him to hit. But he does, he dunks the player. Sub though is too close to his teammate. He goes past the ball, looking for a demo, misses, nearly hits his teammate, circles back around, and challenges the ball with his teammate right there. No patience. Wood has actual patience this time, which is unique. This is Wood's perspective. He waits, he notices that both teammates are committed, traps the ball, which is actually the correct move in this opportunity because he can buy his teammates time, and he actually plays that quite well, keeping it very close, just 50-ing the different defenders that come at him, and making sure that his teammates can separate after double committing in the offensive corner. Predator with a nice save here, but somehow this ball lures in the defender, who can see his teammate the entirety of the time. Predator is sitting there. Subaru comes in. I don't know why he felt the need to do this, but he does. Wastes a lot of boost by jumping for it really far out. Wood is demoed, so Subaru should be coming in here. He does. He hits it correctly. Adhesive is just up early. Predator can do nothing about that. Now let's see what Wood can do. Wood is patient. He waits for the right moment. He takes a shot. It's top corner. That was a perfect play. As I was saying, I think Wood is a slightly higher rated player, but he does have some game sense issues, and he doesn't trust his teammates whatsoever. And so he finds himself doing way too much work. Predator misses the ball there. It's cleared out by the orange team. Wood goes off the wall, misses the wave dash, is demoed. Sub doesn't jump for it. Waits for Predator to hit it across the goal, which is correct. Predator does a good hit here. He collects the boost, but he boosts too hard and can't catch it on his roof. And when he finally does, it's too late to flick it. So he gets dunked. Sub with a terrible pinch right across mid. Wood lingers up on the backboard and waits. Now Predator goes first, which is actually correct because he was down on the ground while Wood was backboard, so he becomes second man the moment the attack starts. Sub misses, Wood goes up for the ball, does a double tap. Ooh, it's a good save at the last second by the orange defender. A pass comes out mid. This, with such low boost, and this angle on the ball, I would have liked to see a slightly better pass, but it kind of goes mid, between player and goal. So it's a little too far ahead for Adhesive to get to, and more of an easy save for the defenders. But it comes right back, and the orange player tries to dunk the blue player, but Predator was too good, handled that well. This is one of those moments where if you have no boost and you're right in front of your own goal, don't flip. It hits the ball a little too far ahead of you, and especially when nobody's challenging like this, just drive forward, push the ball. Instead, Predator flips, Wood does the right thing and takes it off of him, especially since he has some boost, takes it into the air, and Subaru comes out of nowhere and steals it. This could have actually been quite an easy shot since Adhesive had backflipped and Canadian was right underneath Adhesive, and so they had double committed. Subaru flies up, steals the ball, hits it to the sidewall, buys the defender's time, and with no boost, he rotates out without flipping, so he drove across the entirety of the goal without reaching supersonic speed, and now picks up boost, turns around, is ready to go. A double commit from his teammates, as Predator, it looks like, hits the ball delicately and goes after it without checking where Wood might be. So the two teammates have a little miscommunication. A light pass comes out, and basically the blue team has kind of given up on that play, and they all push back and wait. Luckily, their waiting does work out, and the orange team gives it straight back. Wood here, I'm actually proud of Predator here, because Wood goes for a demo as first man, while the second man passes the ball in, so Predator can't safely go for this ball as third man and score. Instead, he lingers back. He waits and sees if the ball comes out to him. It doesn't. And now he knows that it's his turn to go. Wood with a perfect pass backwards. Wood is definitely a high-rated player. I know it doesn't appear that way at first glance, because he does make mistakes and he does not trust his teammates, but he handles things better than his teammates do, at least. Aside from that, as I speak about him, of course, Caster's Curse. He hits it poorly against the ceiling, Predator's not ready, who should also have not gone up there, because Predator, as you can see Wood for the entire trajectory of his aerial. It goes up here. As you can see, here's Predator's view. Wood is going up. Predator decides to jump. Wood mishits. Predator's already in the air. It's too late to do anything. Sub almost misses, but Adhesive has a poor shot, and so the ball doesn't go into the goal. Sub clears it downfield, loses all his boost, can't 50 that. The defender is killed, so it's a 2v1 versus Wood. Wood is going so slow that I would have assumed he would be demoed. But where did Canadian go here? Canadian waited for a pass. One simple bump here. If he had just turned off his ball cam and seen where Wood was, he would have known that he could bump him, and it would have been an easy goal for volume. He doesn't, and instead he goes back downfield and hits the ground right now. And that is game 1. That was Champion 1 level. Now let's move on to Champion 2. Alright, game 2. Let's see if the gameplay speeds up a little, or if the touches are cleaner, or what we notice now. So far I noticed that the speed is already a slight bit better, and players are less hesitant, and there are, as I say, less double commits. We see one. Luckily though, third man handled that quite well here, and I think that is a slight difference from Champion 1. Master hits it clear to the side, buys his teammates time, he goes for it. Daddy Savage turns around, gives him space. When he misses the ball, let's see what he does. Master turns around. Actually, that was the right call there. Let's see what he could see. Master was just turning around, and I thought for a second that maybe he knew Fonzie was about to get demoed. He might have, but it was a good choice nonetheless. And his other teammate, the big difference between this and Champion 1 already is that the second man, who wasn't demoed, saw this player turning around and gave him space. He let him do what he was going to do, even if it was confusing in the moment. And it worked out. And they didn't get scored on, even though the player was demoed. That was a good wall play there. Pinch it out. Good aerials from these players. They're a lot more consistent. He hits it off the wall there. Goes for the double hit, and easy goal for the lingering offender, who does a great job here being patient. He doesn't jump in here. He doesn't go for a random demo. He waits for the pass. He knows that's not for him because Master is going to continue. Master does continue, and now he scores. And makes it look easy, but it's not, because a lot of players will get drawn in too soon for that. Master goes versus Nelly. It's in the blue favor. The ball is missed a couple times. Let's see. Daddy's patient. He lets Fonzie get it instead. I'm just seeing a big difference in game sense. Some of the aerials are still a little slow. I see their hesitation. I see that they're not boosting enough to get there fast. And poor hits kind of like that, where that had no power, and then, who was it? Fonzie hits it twice, and Chicken Joe backflips. So it's poor mechanics like that. However, their minds are definitely a level above the last team. That was good. Waiting on the backboard, didn't panic, just waited for the ball to go in front of the goal, and then that's when the player on the backboard jumped for it. This goes out. A double commit comes out though. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, it was a simple double commit where that player, Daddy Savage, couldn't quite see with the angles that he was given. So he started to jump, realized his teammate was going up, and canceled his jump, but it was a little awkward at that point. Interesting pre-jump. I know it wasn't on purpose, but it worked out. Chicken Joe with a poor aerial hit basically just leaves the ball after one touch. But it was good that he was up there for it, and that's why he's Champion 2. Nice, good hit to the wall. Let's see how quick he is. Off the ceiling, that was actually a great play. That reflects his rank there. That he hits it middle. There's no teammates there, no shot on goal, so I'm not quite sure what he was planning with that. And the defense has been quite organized at this level. It's interesting because they make a bad hit that puts the ball mid, but then they all know what to do to save it well. And that is a difference. Solid wave dash there. It was a little scrappy, but he managed to pull it off. Good hit over the defense. Goes for the demo, and it works out. By going for the demo and leaving the ball bounce mid, the blue team was able to capitalize on a 2v1. And that was a good time to demo, is Ad's first man rotating out. I don't like when I see the second man or the third man come in. Let's quickly see what happened here. Good ceiling challenge. Poor hit there. Fakes the double. Daddy can't hit. Make contact on it. You jumped at the right time. Poor mechanics though. Oh, it's Melly. Alright, well. I think that was Melly that scored. Bounce up, hit the ceiling, goes down. Chicken Joe is not quite ready for it, so Fonzie beats him to it. GGP goes up against two blue players. One gets it. Goes mid to Daddy Savage, who shoots off target. Master lets this go to Fonzie, who hits it just over the bar. Chicken Joe makes sure that it's out. This player pinches it against the wall. And, okay, an interesting hit here. I would have liked to see more power on this. It loses all its power. It's kind of like, are you trying to hit this far away from you or keep it close? Because this is just medium. Complete medium. He does good. And then blocks his own pass. If you're going to pass it out like this, with 35 boost, don't drop in front of the goal and hover. Because if GGP was not that close, it would not have been a goal. If you're going to do this, kind of a poor hit, instead I would say keep this one close, push it up the wall. So he does this, it does work out though, with a nice slow pass. Now full boost it to that back corner I see over there. Don't linger. But it works out. Yeah, that second half of the game was pretty poor after the 3 goals. So let's move on to game 3, which will be Champion 3. Alright, the final game. The best of the champions. Let's see if these players are better than the previous 2 games we watched. That was a good kickoff. The player goes for it. He has quite a poor aerial though. I can see he lost control of his car. But purple is going in for it. Oh, and a nice recovery there. Blue 50s it nicely, and Abor, I think his name is, cuts it off. A poor clear from the blue team here. As you can see, he hits it a little too high for a double. He could have hit it down to Abor, but he doesn't. And he can't get it. So, orange team takes a poor shot. Abor passes it out to the blue team. Let's see where he can put this. I see Arv at the far side. Nice. Arv doesn't have enough boost, though. Abor pinches it. It's going mid, but MRG clears it. His teammate assists him there. And he wave dashes close to the ball. Bakira hits it quite poorly against the wall. Looks like he was low on boost. His teammates, plural, come in to bail him out in kind of a double commit. Here with a nice wall clear. Abor follows it up with a 50, and Arv goes in for the shot. It is 50 by the blue defender. And some nice wall dashes. I can see the attempt here. He knows that he's on the curve, and so that's where you can wall dash the easiest by far. But he misses the wave dash as he lands. This blue player turns around in 50s, and Abor goes backwards on the wall in a perfect move. This is high rank. That is what you want to see as a player with ball cam on, knowing exactly when they can turn. Often players at lower ranks, especially like Champion 1, Champion 2, they'll rotate out without ball cam on. And so you'll be like, turn, and they won't know. It was a good clear from orange. It was lacking on pace a little less pace than I would have wanted to see. It allows the blue team to kind of come in and do their own thing. It's a good air dribble 50 though from the orange team. And, oh, that was poor. This orange player sees MRG at the far side, bounces up, perfect angle to pass, and then pulls back and drops it right in front of this blue player who has 2 teammates in front of him now. And I'm surprised that didn't go in. If it did, it would have been the orange player's fault who didn't pass to his teammate. Let's see, a nice wall pass for Arv. Arv gets it, he goes against the wall. He's running low on boost. Yeah, and he'll have to rotate out now. He doesn't. Let's see, what did Arv do there? I would expect him to rotate out, being that he's on 14. Instead, he follows the ball. And it's an interesting position because he has barely any boost, and there's almost no point. But it doesn't ruin anything for his team. I really like this here from the purple player who sees ball and boost. One is easy to get, the boost. One is hard to get, the ball going up into the air. But he knows that it is his turn for this. So instead he turns immediately with his 43 boost, jumps up into the air, and hits it over an orange player. Had this been any other rank, he would have chosen boost, or had a little moment of hesitation, and he would have been beaten to that and scored on. But this is how you get to Champion 3. Is knowing what your preference is, what your priority is, and acting decisively, swiftly. The orange team gets a nice demo. They're on the attack. The blue team can clear it. Let's see. Purple player pops it up, goes for a double. It's missed. He passes it down to a teammate. Nobody was ready for it though, because that was a few too many misses in a row for the Champion 3s to be prepared. This player comes off the backboard nicely. A demo from Aber is actually the savior there. I think his teammates panicked a little bit. Yeah, this player, the dark blue, panicked as Bakira hit it. He goes flying past, and the other player would have had a shot immediately in midair. Instead, it buys them time, and they're able to get that was a good flip. They're able to get the boost here, work their way out, and go back on offense almost immediately. Oh, and just as swiftly, the blue team is back on defense, having to make a save. It was a good save from Bakira, but I would have liked to see a better catch there, being that he is Champion 3. This is the thing where, if you want to see his perspective, right here, he did a good save here, and a Grand Champ would have caught this quite easily. Instead it goes backwards, which functions as a nice pass. But hesitation on the goal line. As Arvzi, who's panicking, he's low on boost. Instead of challenging the ball as first man, he hesitates, thinking he has to make the save. So this is a nice opportunity to point out that when you're first man and you can see your own teammate in your rearview mirror practically, it's your turn to go. You jump at the ball no matter how much boost you have, and you let them make the save. Because if you wait and you block up the rotation, that goal is on you. So Arvzi is at fault here for hitting the brakes, making his teammate bump into him, and not being able to make any save because he didn't even try. Second kickoff of the game, first goal. The blue team wins again by taking possession immediately. They take it up the wall, the orange team beats them out, and this is going to go straight down. The orange team reads it. Blue rotates out as Arv comes back in. He tries to catch it. This is a pass to himself here, but it's poor, and it pulls his teammate in. The orange team with a poor shot, they actually should have scored there because they had all the momentum, all the pressure, multiple blue mistakes, but shooting accuracy needed a little work. This was an interesting pass though from Aber, who knows his teammate is to the side of him, and he hits it a little bit hard. He beans it right at him, and the teammate is able to catch it though, keep control. He looks like he's a little bit low on boost, but that was a good play there. I'd say the pass to start it could have been a little more solid, but with what they were working with, they all performed nicely. It's good clear. MRG is very disappointing here. I'm going to switch to him. He is lurking in the back corner, completely boostless. From this moment, you can see him back there, just hopping on the boost like a chicken hatching an egg. He is still there, completely shattering his team's momentum and rotation, and is actually the reason they get scored on. So, if you are anywhere above, I would say Platinum 2, never sit on a boost. Because the game isn't about boost, it's about momentum. Boost just provides you momentum, but if you sit there waiting for it, you have none. Nice pass mid. Good save from the blue team. This player is going to hit it on target. MRG makes a save, but it's very poor. Kungi catches it poorly again. He could have hit that out, and instead he hit it mid. But the orange team manages to get out of that safely. Blue team has another moment of panic on the defense. Let's actually see who that was. Who began this? I would say this begins with this player rotating ball side in such a dangerous position. So he gets a nice demo, but the save comes out, and RZ, I think, feels the need to jump. I would say that this begins it. His own teammate, so he dodges him, then comes out and saves the ball. But it's a little bit chaotic, and it didn't have to be so. A good pop-up. I know that was a miss-hit, but it did work. And this is too high to go on the backboard for a player to solidly reach it. He does manage to hit it lightly out, and it does function as a good pass for an aerialing teammate. MRG hits it up the backboard with 10 boost. He floats down. This was good boost usage. You see how he still has 10 boosts left and he's not using it? Well, now he's killed, but if he had needed to, in a moment's notice, hit the ball, he would have had enough boost to do that. MRG with a shot. Kira saves it. Kungi goes for a demo in quite a poor position, being that it's almost overtime and now it's a triple commit. A good hit up into the sky, but the orange team saves it down to the bottom corner, and we are in overtime of game 3. Let's see who can win the final game of the day, the hardest game of the day, the highest level game, and prove that they are the best Rocket League players in the video. Who will score the winning goal? Aber goes up on the wall. He does a nice little hit there, does a flip reset, tries to get it away from the wall, doesn't work. A good hit up from RV, he passes it mid, but Hero was not ready. He does a nice half flip, lets Aber get it. Aber hits it mid, it's 50'd by an orange player. The pressure is all on from the blue team. However, they are too slow to get this as RV is far too back. He's back corner, he gets his boost. He doesn't wait closer than mid. Now he knows this is his chance. MRG is even turned around, it looks like. But he manages to just turn all the way back and save it before anyone can score. So that play was on RV, who hung too far back. And yes, I know it's RVZ, but I'm just shortening it. And N.Aber. MRG clears it. A demo. Kungi is holding it nicely. I would not like to see my teammate so close to me if I was with Hira. It looks like he's going to steal it. Hira might even hear him and be prepared for that, and then he turns away at the last second. And then bumps a teammate. So that whole play was probably sheer panic, being that it's a whole minute into overtime. However, Aber could calm down a little bit. He could give his teammate some space and wait for a pass. A close hit there from Scherdegal. Aber with a nice air dribble. I was hoping he would get a pinch in, because from that angle, a pinch can go straight in or it can go out to the teammates. Instead, he pushes it up the wall, and it's an easy 50 for the defender. Keeping the ball close to the wall in the corners is actually not the most efficient way of getting it mid. Well, a nice shot comes out from the blue team. But here is up. He hits it left corner past MRG, and blue team wins it. Alright, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something, and I hope to someday see you in Grand Champion. Have a good day.